Hopefully y'all be able to hear me. What's going on, y'all? Is the comments coming up? Hold on. Okay. I'll be able to see the comments. I'm going to wait for a minute until some more people come in. Y'all going to have to forgive me. I think I have a slight sinus infection because my sinuses is just, got me feeling some type of way. And the stuff I just saw kind of made me feel some type of way as well. So we're going to talk about it, okay? We're going to speak about this stuff. Hopefully deal with our emotions, because I feel like we have every right to be upset, to be angry. If anything, we have 500 plus years worth of evidence that proves that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to cut this back up a little bit, and then we're going to jump into this. So. All right. That's enough. I gotta have this music playing in the background. Shout out, excuse me, to this 432 hertz music, okay? Because I need to listen to some energy and vibration that is high and that is loving. Because right now, the way I'm feeling in my ego, and then on top of me not feeling too well, I'm upset. I'm upset, to say the least. I'm just tired of this shit. I really am. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the foolishness, the fuckery. I'm tired of the deception. I'm tired of the privilege. I'm tired of the supposed ignorance. I'm tired of the superiority. I'm tired of the ego. I'm just tired of all this other type of shit that's going on. So anyway, let me jump into it. What prompted this live today is an Instagram post that I put up in my Instagram. Well, not a post, but it's really a story I shared, excuse me, on my Instagram by Breathe Official Page. Shout out to them. Shout out to Breathe Official Page for doing the task, I'm pretty sure the very depressing, emotionally reckoning work as far as keeping an eye on what's going on in reference to Black lives and how Black lives are treated, unfortunately. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and read this, and we're gonna jump into the commentary. Again, y'all forgive me. I'm not feeling the best. My sinuses is all over the place. So again, please forgive me. So the individual that ended up dealing with this situation is by the name of Derek Ingram. Okay. Derek Ingram had an experience, unfortunately, last night that was very, very jarring and terrifying. And yet it just reminded him of what it's like to be Black in America, you know. And the privilege that, once again, white people have to do pretty much whatever the hell they want, and they just get a slap on the wrist, they get, you know, a warning, and then that's it. But if the shoe was on the other foot, we know how this would go. So anyway, the post starts off like this. Yay, more trauma. Not feeling safe in my own home is nothing new to me now. Safety is actually the foreign feeling. Earlier, and this is, again, Derek Ingram. This is Derek Ingram's account. Earlier this morning, I was sitting at my desk working on a really exciting SEO project. I heard my door handle jiggle. My heart began racing. I slowly turned around and saw a white hand before I was able to stand up. I was hit in the head and the back of the neck. I immediately went into survival mode. I slammed my lap across the intruder's face and told him to leave. He was obviously drunk and under the influence of some drug. He said nothing and didn't move. He just stood there dazed. So I began wailing on him. Okay, you came into my house, you broke into my house, uninvited, unannounced. I'm going to assume it's a threat, and you hit me first. So obviously, I'm going to whoop your ass. I mean, that's common sense. That's self-defense, okay? Punches to his jaw and chest. I pushed him out my door and screamed for help. My terror quickly turned into anger. Rightfully so. If somebody breaks into your home and they attack you, you're not going to really be calm. There's going to be a sense of anger and urgency there because now someone has come into your home unannounced, uninvited. So now I have to protect myself by all means, okay? My terror quickly turned into anger. I hit him with one more punch to the gut and he fell to the ground. He began cursing and claiming he didn't do anything wrong. I slammed his head against the hallway walls and started kicking him in the ribs as I yelled for help. My neighbor, who I used to hate, came out to help. He called the police and used his white privilege to defuse the situation. As he was on the phone with the police, I kept my knee on the intruder's ribs and neck. His breathing slowed. He stopped, quote, resisting, end quote. Now, this is the part that kind of got me because here's the thing that I want people to understand. When it comes to the energy outside of blackness, when it comes to white people, black people have done nothing but practice peace. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Peaceful protests, peaceful marches, peaceful conversations. We've tried to sit here and have the conversation. We've sat up here and turned the other cheek numerous times. Countless times we have. And we have been met with the same vitriol and the hatred. We've been met with that. Okay? So, again, he had his knee on the intruder's ribs and the neck. The breathing slowed down and he stopped resisting. As this white home invader's face turned red, then purple, then blue, I thought of George Floyd. Okay? I thought about public safety. We're talking about a citizen here. A citizen, a black citizen who understands what it feels like in this country to be black. Even he was able, in the midst of his pain, in the midst of his anger, in the midst of his hurt, was able to step back and see the power that he had, okay? Again, he thought of George Floyd. He thought about public safety. I thought about the power I took back in that moment, and I didn't want it. So I let him up. Okay? Again, this black man who's a civilian, who doesn't have any police training, who doesn't have any academy training, who doesn't have any public servant training, okay, was able to comprehend this more so than the individual who goes to the academy to learn how to deal with this. But we see what they're learning, okay? We see what the protocol is, all right? So once again, he let him up. This black man who had his knee on this white man's face and saw this white man go from white to red to blue. Meanwhile, we black and we colored. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, he thought of that power and got up off of him. A few minutes after the police and medics came, my neighbor left, and so did the privilege and the courtesy I was receiving. The cops blamed me. They literally told me none of this would have happened if I just would have locked my door. They literally told me None of this would have happened if I would have locked my door. They told me that I was being dramatic. It was just a drunk kid that made a mistake and I should let it go. I was told it wasn't criminal because I didn't secure my home. My stomach churned being told this after something so terrifying went down. And again, this is the account of the victim, Derek Ingram, who once again was in his home where he was supposed to be. Meanwhile, this white drunk man, this white man under the influence, was able to go into his apartment, into his home, unannounced. I don't know your ass, but you just pulled up and you felt right at home. You felt comfortable. You felt like it was okay for you to walk into my home, my humble abode, and then try to assault me. And even though you're the one that did this, and I acted accordingly because, again, you broke into my home. I don't care if my door was locked or not. You came in unannounced. When it's unannounced, that's called trespassing. Isn't that against the law? Can't charges be pressed because you were found trespassing? But it's so funny. Had this been a black man, see, and we have these conversations all the time, and then white people have the privilege to kind of just shrug it off. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, really? But if Derek Ingram, if the shoe was on the other foot and Derek Ingram came into this white man's apartment drunk, high, unannounced, and just started wailing on this white man, I'm pretty sure the story would have been different. We all know this. We all know this. And the fact that conversations like this, whenever they're had on public platforms, they're silenced. They don't get as many views. Don't nobody seem to care. And this is the sad reality that we are living in. And I'm going to use my motherfucking ego because I'm tired of this shit happening. I'm tired of this shit happening. I'm tired of the narrative being shifted around based on the experience or the color of skin. Well, I want people who think that way to know that pretty soon, the manifestation of change, the manifestation of leveling the playing field, the manifestation of equalizing everything so that everybody can be accountable, girl, is happening. And for the individuals who hold on to this shit, for the individuals that hold on to this low vibrational thinking and this narcissistic, egotistical, demonic ass privilege, oh, it's going to fall. It's going to fall. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this down some, and I'm going to play some of the clips here from Breathe official page, and I want y'all to listen to this. Again, he said that he was in his home, got attacked. He attacked the man, rightfully so. You walk up in my house, I don't give a damn who you are. You uninvited, and then you put your hands on me, and you try to hurt me, and I'm supposed to just let you do it? No, I'm going to fuck you up. And Derek Ingram looked like he could bench press goddamn refrigerators and freight trucks and shit. So I know he had to beast mode, Hulk smash this individual all up and down the apartment complex hallway. Called his white neighbor, who he didn't like, but the white neighbor came and helped to diffuse the situation. Because as soon as police see black people, it's the same thing. When police see black people and black people see police, there is an unspoken type of energy exchange there, and it's on the lowest vibration of fear. So black people and police, there is a fear conversation going on. There is a fear conversation, there's a fear interaction happening. So his neighbor, who's once again a white guy, came over to use his privilege. Shout out to white people who understand their privilege and use their privilege for the greater good and possibly having their white card revoked. But he used his privilege to help diffuse the situation. And once again, once that white neighbor left and the black man was there, what's up, Jose? And the black man was there, by himself with the police and the individual, excuse me, who came into his home, who trespassed into this black man's home. All of a sudden, now, what's up, y'all? Shout out to y'all. I was wondering when y'all was gonna come in. I was like, is YouTube trying to ban me? But then all of a sudden, the privilege went out the window, and they gonna blame the victim for doing what a victim is supposed to do, defend himself during this whole situation. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of this clip that what happened to Derek Ingram, and I want y'all to hear this. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me turn it this way. Let's do it. The comments gonna show up this way? Yes, they do. Okay, great. All right, y'all. Y'all listen to this real quick. Hold on.
That dude fucking broke into my apartment. The police aren't trying to press charges because they said my door was unlocked. He physically assaulted me inside my apartment. And now they're playing fucking games. It's weird. I think they're trying not to do shit because he's Caucasian, to be completely honest.
Okay, so that was the first part with Derek Ingram outside giving his accounts, recording what happened, basically just giving us a synopsis of what went down with him. Of course, the white man who started this shit, you know, always starting the shit, he was protected by the police. He was taken care of. The ambulance showed up. The police were in the back, probably trying to get his account of the situation. Meanwhile, once again, this white man was under the influence of something. He was drunk. He was high. He came into Derek Ingram's home unannounced. I don't give a fuck if the door was locked, bitch. You walk in my home unannounced, that's called trespassing. You're trespassing on my property. And then on top of that, it'd be different if you came in and you, hey, what's going on? Hey, you just came in just out of control. Okay, that's different. But you came in and then you started assaulting the man. You started assaulting him. So when Derek Ingram decided to motherfucking Shaka Zulu monkey stomp your ass and dog walk you, no Santana, up and down of the goddamn a hallway apartment complex, girl, then all of a sudden it's oh help, oh help, oh help. But yet he gets carted away in safety, and Derek Ingram is blamed for this. So I'm getting blamed. So see, once again, the logic, I just be like, see, this is what happens when people are in denial, girl. They're so in denial of the reality, girl, that they will continue to believe this false ass narrative, girl, despite what the fuck the reality, the objective reality, bitch, not subjective, the objective reality is that this individual broke into my home and attacked me, and I had every right to protect myself, and now I'm in trouble or I'm being blamed for protecting myself. So anyway, we have some more clips. We have some more. We have a few more where Derek Ingram is talking to the victim in question after the victim done got his ass monkey stomped. Here to goddamn Africa, bitch. Here we go.
Yes, you did. Not only down because you can't walk off because you fell in with your head. Now, if you walk off, something happens. So there's help coming on the way. We just don't know where you came from. There is nothing on my head. But it's still good to get checked out, okay? Now, so you've been in New York for 6 hours? Don't get up.
Been in New York for 6 hours. The white man got up. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you, can you say still for me? Yes, stay still.
Hopefully y'all can hear it.
So what happened? What did you do?
Okay. So the white man, the white neighbor that Derek used to have an issue with came out to, I guess, diffuse the situation. Of course, I can see right here the white neighbor, of course, doesn't really care about Derek. He's not asking Derek, "Are you okay, Derek? Are you all right? He broke into your home, Derek. Are you okay?" No, the white man is helping his fellow white brother. Now the dude in question, and like I said, it's an egoic rant. I'm letting all this shit out. Goddamn it, I have every right to. Okay, the white man, his ass only been in New York or whatever he was at for 6 goddamn hours. Okay. Obviously, the white man is inebriated, the nigga drunk or something, or he high off or something. I don't know. But you've been in New York for 6 hours. How the fuck did you get to my goddamn apartment? How did you just find your way into my shit? Where did you come from? See, it's a lot of missing things here. Okay. But anyway, the white guy is helping him, trying to get him to sit down and wait for police to come. Oh, that's the way he's dressed. He's dressed like one of those dudes whose father owns toaster strudels or some shit. Okay. He looks like one of them dudes, just them white privileged asshole dickheads. Okay. Very much Aryan Nation, very much white privilege, very much one of them dudes running around and walking around with them goddamn tiki torches and shit. You know, very much that, very much my father owns half this city, very much privilege, very much I see, girl, white people know what they're doing. White people know what they're doing. See, it would be completely different if white people were truly, genuinely, and honestly, and authentically, okay, confused, lost, didn't understand, none of that stuff. I would completely understand if they did not know. But there is and yes, I got a picture of Trap because that's how I feel right now. I ain't throwing no shade, but that's just how I feel. I'm subscribed to this Breathe official page, and every day I have to pray. I have to pray. And see, it's difficult sometimes to go forth and live your life when there are other people who can stand in the way of that happening, at least on the physical part. Now, being spiritual, bitch, what God has for me is for me. But at the same time, no weapon formed against me. Didn't say that it's going to prosper. I mean, it ain't going to prosper, but it didn't say it wasn't going to form. But they know what they're doing. And I can understand, again, if they were completely oblivious to that. But there is so much evidence out here, 500 plus years of evidence, and there's more evidence every day. We're not talking about something that happened during slavery times. We're not talking about something that happened during the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. We are talking about something that is continuously happening. We're talking about something that is continuously happening to this day. And for me, as a black man, even though I've never been in trouble with the law, even though I have a very clean sheet, even though my ass speaks, I guess I hate saying higher level, but my vernacular, girl, I have a upgraded vernacular, girl. I'm able to express myself in a way that people can understand. Does not exclude the fact that even though I have all these things that the world would deem as, oh, well, you're okay, at the end of the day, my black skin, thank you, Roki, my black skin is what feels like gives you the right to be able to assert your privilege over me. And this privilege shit is so toxic that it has streamed down, it has trickled down, it has dripped down into all the different intersections of blackness. And therefore, it's see how demonic that cycle is? And it comes from a place of insecurity to the point to where at the beginning of this goddamn thing, I'm gonna read it again. Since some of y'all came in, I'm gonna read it again. Okay? I'm gonna read to you Derek Ingram's statement that he gave to Breathe Official. Now, let me drink and take a sip real quick. Hold on. Cut this music up real quick. I need love energy around me because, baby, the devil's on the right side of me telling me, bitch, go in. And I'm thinking about listening to that nigga, too. Bitch, I'm drinking this spiked lemonade from my kickback. Because, baby, I'm going off in this shit. All right. So, anyway, again, forgive me how it sounds. My sinuses is acting crazy. I don't know if it's a drip. I don't know if I got a slight sinus infection, but I don't even feel good right now. But I just have to get up here and just speak my mind on this shit. Okay. Again, according to Derek Ingram, yay, more trauma. Not feeling safe in my own home is nothing new to me now. Safety is actually the foreign feeling. Okay. Earlier this morning, I was sitting at my desk working on a really exciting SEO project. I heard my door handle jiggle. My heart began racing. I slowly turned around and saw a white hand, and before I was able to stand up, I was hit in the head and the back of the neck. Okay? I immediately went into survival mode. I slammed my lap cross. A lap cross. Come on, the universe said, get to the point. I slammed my laptop across the intruder's face and then told him to leave. Now, the intruder, he was obviously drunk and under the influence of some sort of drug. Okay? He said nothing and didn't move. He just stood there dazed. So I began wailing on him. Okay, rightfully so. Punches to his jaw and his chest. I pushed him out my door and screamed for help. My terror quickly turned into anger. Again, rightfully so. Someone broke into your home unannounced. Feel like you have the right to defend yourself, especially after they hit you after entering into your shit unannounced, okay, and uninvited. I hit him with one more punch to the gut, and he fell to the ground. He began cursing and claiming that he didn't do anything wrong. So I slammed his head against the hallway walls, okay, and started kicking him in the ribs as I yelled for help. And then my neighbor, who I used to hate, came out to help, okay? My neighbor called the police and then used his white privilege to defuse the situation. As he was on the phone with police, I kept my knee on the intruder's ribs and neck. His breathing slowed. He stopped, quote, resisting, end quote. As this white home invader's face turned red, then purple, and then blue, I thought of George Floyd. I thought about public safety. I thought about the power I took back in that moment, and I didn't want it. So I let him up. Again, this is a black man who understood what George Floyd went through when that police officer had that power and that demonic, devilish, smirk ass grin on his face. Derek Ingram was able to understand the power that came with what he was doing to this white man. Where meanwhile you calling black people colored, but yet this white man who went through many colors than my black ass will ever go through. Went from white to red and then to blue. So he thought about this and said, you know what? I don't like that power. I don't like this supremacist power. I don't like this egotistical power. Again, even though I have every right to defend myself, I don't have to go to the extreme depths of killing this individual. I done sat here and threw this individual around the goddamn hallway like a rag doll. Why do I feel? And I had the power. I had the power to end his life. I had the power to sit up here and do some revenge justice on this white man. It could have allowed the shit that I've been through, all the hurt and pain and shit I've been through as a black individual. And Derek Ingram, looking at his Instagram page, he is very much with the Black Lives Matter. He is very much with the movement. And it's so funny that somebody from the movement was targeted out of nowhere. Wow. So anyway, he thought of that power, and because he didn't want that power, because he didn't want to have that egoic type of situation going on, he got up. Okay? A few minutes after the police and medics came, my white neighbor left. And guess what? When he left, so did the privilege and courtesy I was receiving. The cops blamed me. The cops blamed me. Okay? They literally told me none of this would have happened if I would have locked my door. Excuse me. They literally told me, girl, none of this would have happened if I would have locked my door. But how many white people sleep every day with their doors unlocked, girl? How many white people sleep so snugly, girl? I'm talking about the AC on full blast. You got on this big ass cover. You wrap the hell up like you in Jesus's goddamn bosom, and you got that one foot stuck outside to help balance the hot and the cold and shit. And you falling asleep knowing that you have nothing on your mind, girl. Ain't nobody cheating on you. Ain't nobody lying to you. Ain't nobody stealing from you. Everything just perfect and peachy, girl. It's just another beautiful night's rest, girl. How many white people sleep with their door unlocked? And if a person came into their home and stole some shit or assaulted them, they would still have the right to protect themselves. Because fuck a door being locked at all. I don't give a fuck. He shouldn't have came into my home. I don't know him. This white man has been in New York for 6 hours. I don't know this man. So you telling me that the white privilege is so thick and so immense and just so powerful and just so, girl, it's omnipresent and omnipotent, girl, that white people can walk into other motherfuckers' homes without being announced, girl, and still be okay? Girl, let me rewind this shit. I need this music, baby, because the way I want to go off on this man, because y'all already know how I feel about this damn shit. Y'all already know how I feel, bitch. I don't give a fuck. But that people got power. I don't care. I'm going to utilize my damn power, girl, and utilize my damn voice, because this is ridiculous. They trying to go back in time so bad, girl. They see the error of their ways. They see the error. They low key but high key see the error of their ways and the error of their forefathers' ways, girl. And they want to do everything they can to erase this shit. Maybe if we go back in time, maybe no. So anyway, okay, they told me that I was being dramatic, that it was just a drunk kid that made a mistake and I should let it go. I was told it wasn't criminal because I didn't secure my home. They told me, girl, that I was being dramatic. That it was just a drunk kid that just made a mistake, just a simple mistake. Just made a mistake, girl. It was harmless. He was drunk. He ain't know what he was doing. He's only been in New York for 6 hours. Maybe he was doing some sightseeing. You know, and that I should let it go. Because you done whooped his ass. You done Bruce Lee cross-kicked him. You done did all this shit to him. He going into a damn hospital right now because he got fucked up. So just let it go. You whooped his ass. What more do you want? Okay? And that it wasn't criminal because you didn't secure your home. If you would have just locked the door, none of this would have happened. Of course. Because now you got to come to a nigga's defense, girl. See, now it's a nigga's defense. See, when the police was called, they thought it was a white man calling, so they came. Because according to them, bitch, when it's white, it's right. What did Paul Mooney say, bitch? They have the complexion for the protection, girl. So when you white, girl, they coming fast. But when they showed up and saw what it really was, they felt some type of way. Because we came to be a savior to this white man. But to come to find out it's really this black man and all this shit. Well, guess what? If your black ass would have locked the door, if your black ass would have, all this shit, girl. So black people can't even live in nice neighborhoods, girl, without being challenged, without being questioned, girl. What you doing here? Who are you? Do you live here? Just motherfuckers feel that free, girl. But when I'm in my own home, girl, when I'm inside my own home, working on some projects that I'm doing for me, girl, to better my life, I ain't bothering nobody. I'm in the house where I'm supposed to be, bitch, okay? This white man walks into my home, girl. Don't even know this white man from Adam, bitch. And he gets to do all this shit. But then when I turn around and defend myself, it's a prop. Do you not see the bullshit here? And that's why I be telling people to love their goddamn self. Because when people walk in a certain level of delusion like this, girl, that's when I say I get myself together, girl. Because when karma come, I don't want no parts of it. A lot of motherfuckers act oblivious to this shit. Okay, but when karma, Mother Nature, God, Source, Universe come through this bitch, girl, like a hurricane, girl, like a wrecking ball, ain't gonna be, I didn't know. Ain't gonna be no, I was, no, bitch. You have the right to learn now. You have the opportunity to learn now. When these situations come up in reference to Black lives and motherfuckers saying all lives matter, okay, girl, if all lives matter, let's start with the nigga lives right now. Those are the lives that's being fucked up, girl. So if all lives matter, let's just include the Black. But you don't, because when you include them in, there is a conversation about accountability. There's a conversation about awareness. And there's a conversation about justice that desperately needs to be had. But you're not going to do that because your ego and your privilege and your superiority that you have walked around. See, it reminds me, which I'm going to have to watch that on tonight, girl, because I ain't feeling good. But it's like Homelander, girl, from The Boys. And shout out to The Boys using their content in a more aware way of having these difficult ass conversations and really putting them up there. Yes. See, a lot of people want to go and live in this reality, in this falsified world of illusion to escape the reality, girl. But I appreciate people bringing reality into this fictitious shit, bitch, okay? Because life imitates art and vice versa. Homelander said, and it really rang to me because his character in the show and what he stands for is very, very prevalent. It hits very close to home. I forgot who he said he was talking to, but he said this. He said, listen, I would prefer to be loved. Mm-hmm. I would prefer to be loved and worshipped and adored and exalted. I would prefer all of this. But if y'all don't want to give me love, y'all fearing me, y'all being scared of me bringing terror and destruction in order to get your allegiance, oh, that's fine with me too. Because hate is just as powerful as love. It's on the opposite end of the spectrum. And that's obviously what I'm saying. They want to use fear as a tactic and a tool to control and to manipulate. But the thing about fear is that, bitch, you have to give fear permission first for it to affect you. That's why I say love yourself. Because when you learn to love yourself, you start to detach from the system and from the world that would want to keep you closed-minded and keep you boxed in. And we have to understand that we are playing a part in that. Now, shout out to Derek Ingram for doing the right thing, even though there are some people who would have said, fuck that shit. His ass, the white man would have went from white to red to blue and then to goddamn gray. Because there were some people who are Black who are just so angry and upset, and they might have a superiority complex to where they would have killed this white man too. And I don't even know if the Black man would have survived that encounter. But even he made the choice to say, you know what? This level of power is wrong over someone else's life. Do I want him to be charged? Hell yeah. Do I want something to happen to his ass as far as the criminal system? Hell yeah. But I'm not going to play judge, jury, and executioner like a lot of trigger-happy, insecure ass, egotistical ass some of these police officers are. So let me get back into this thing because we got more clips. Okay. So now we're going to listen to this other clip where the police comes.
I was sitting right down here. Yeah. I look up and I see a white dude literally standing behind me. It was the scariest shit ever. Yeah. So it was unlocked. It was unlocked. Yeah. He walked in, and he was standing right. I was sitting right there. Right. That's cool. No, it's not cool. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if he's fucked up or not. Why are you so angry?
Why are you so angry?
I did not walk into anyone's apartment where you live. In Havertown. I was coming up to meet my buddy. No, I didn't know you. Yeah, people know you. I think you're in the wrong place. Maybe I do. What's your phone that I didn't have anything with me? What's your phone's address?
Okay, so the police officer asked Derek what happened. Derek told him what happened. He said it was the scariest shit ever. But you know, black people, I guess we don't have a right to be scared for real without being dramatic. You know what I'm saying? And this white guy is saying, I didn't walk in no one's apartment. Clearly inebriated. Clearly don't know what's going on. I didn't walk into anybody's apartment. I'm looking for my friend. I think they're trying to find the name or the apartment number of the friend that he was going to. Let's continue forward.
Yeah, you just walked into the wrong apartment. You know, there was a physical altercation because I asked him to leave now. Yeah, somebody can't. This man thinks he's in Philly. Correct. So if a black man walked into my apartment and
right.
physically put his hands on me, you're telling me, okay, he physically put his hands on me. I had to remove him physically from my apartment.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I can't press charges? Then please ascertain what happened. Then let's do that. Let's do that right now because I don't feel safe. And you're telling me there's nothing you can do at the moment. He walked in by mistake.
Okay, and it's so crazy because in a sense I can understand. In a sense I can understand, but yet I still feel like they use this as a ploy and stuff too. They sent I think he's mixed. He looks like he's black, but like he's mixed. They sent the mixed police officer to talk to Derek. Now, in some cases, I can understand because sometimes having someone who is black talking to someone or a victim who is black can help alleviate a little bit of the feeling and the fear and the anger and all of these emotions that's happening at this time, girl, to be able to help calm that down. So I understand. But I also feel that sometimes these police officers and these systems use black people as a way to have a conversation in reference to where he was still wrong. But it's like sending, for example, it's kind of like this. In downtown Detroit, there is a spot called Greektown. It's a strip in Detroit that kind of resembles Mardi Gras a little bit, like New Orleans and stuff like that. When I was down there with Aaron on Sunday, there is this place called, I think it's called Astoria, and it has like really good ice cream, bakery, treats, all that type of stuff. Really, really nice. We were going over there, and we were going to go inside. They had a black guy sit outside the door as security. Okay. So we walk in, okay, nothing, no problem. Then these other black dudes came in. Now they dressed in a stereotypical way. They got their pants sagging, all this shit, or whatever. They walk to the door. The black security guard gets up and starts talking to them. I didn't hear what was said, but then all of a sudden they let one guy in at a time, and then the police came down and sat in front of the building. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they'll use black people as a pawn to have these conversations. This black man, this mixed man came down to talk to Derek, who's also another black man, and had to relay the news to him that, well, he there's nothing we can do. You can't press charges. They was like, the dude thinks he's in Philly. I don't give a fuck if he thinks he's in Philly, Detroit, Chicago, Miami, Florida. I don't give a fuck where he might think he is. He has no business in my house. I don't care if you're drunk or not. Don't come into my home. And then on top of that, you put your hands on me to where I have to forcefully remove you from my home. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it was an old ass white grandma came into my house. Excuse me, bitch. Excuse me. Can I help you? What are you doing? And especially if you put her hands on me, you're in my house. You're in my home. So I have every single right to protect myself. But yet so I'm being dramatic. Even though Derek is sitting here and is speaking calmly, and he's dramatic, but yet white people have the right to yell and scream and rant and rave and do all this shit and show all this aggression and all this stuff. And it's okay for them, even though they're the ones who are not really affected or dealing with any sort of being a victim. But here it is. I tell you what's going on, and this is what I get. Let's continue forward.
You're telling me that there's nothing you can do. Are you 100% sure about that? Or are you just you unsure? I am sure because your door was unlocked. There was he didn't break in.
What?
He did not break in.
What?
But you physically.
What?
So battery is a thing. Battery wouldn't go on the report. The report would be either assault. Okay. Or burglary. Okay. This is not burglary because he did not break in. He's intoxicated.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that he assaulted you? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
From what you're saying, it sounds like you guys got in a grappling match. No, there was
what?
No, there was no grappling match. He physically put his hands on me and entered my apartment illegally.
Mm-hmm. Illegally.
This is private property.
Mm-hmm.
He physically entered my apartment illegally, put his hands on me. I asked him to go. He did not leave. And you're telling me that there's nothing you can do.
Okay. And I think that's all the videos we have. But y'all, what? So the police who wasn't there, right? Excuse me. So the police who wasn't there during that situation, during that altercation. I get it. You're trying to get both sides and try to figure things out. Okay, yeah. But if I'm telling you this, that a man who is inebriated has came into my apartment and assaulted me. I didn't do nothing. I'm working on some shit that I got going on. And he comes in and puts his hands on me and does all this type of shit to me. And then when I defend myself, I can't press charges of this man breaking into my shit. Oh, it wasn't breaking and entering because the door wasn't locked. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so they have here the definition of breaking and entering, okay? Now, this is the definition, okay, of breaking and entering, girl. See, that's why I say, girl, oh, Lord, see, I don't know if they think that we're just dumb. I know that white people have created this narrative about black people for so long being dumb and stupid and ignorant and can't read and all that shit. No, our ancestors got their goddamn eyes gouged out and they got them tongues ripped out and all type of horrible shit learning how to read. You goddamn right we gonna read and we gonna goddamn do our shit. But see, if I lived in privilege to where I could do whatever I want, why do I have to do the research? Why do I have to look it up? Why? I'm privileged. Privilege means that I'm exempt from doing all these things. Okay then, girl. But when the universe come through and show you what exemption really looks like, girl, I don't want to hear nothing. But anyway, the definition of breaking and entering, girl, clearly states, this means that even entering through an unlocked door or opening and crawling through a window that's partially opened is a crime if the individual didn't have permission. Can I say it one more goddamn time? The definition. Hold on. My sinuses, y'all, forgive me. The definition of breaking and entering is, it means that even entering through an unlocked door, okay, or opening and crawling through a window that's partially opened is a crime if the individual didn't have permission. Girl, isn't that the one thing that a goddamn burglar or a goddamn thief or a goddamn assassin or someone who's trying to get into a place that they have no business being in, don't you think that would be the one thing that they would love, girl? I ain't got a lock pick. I ain't got to try to do no extra damn go gadget shit, girl. I ain't got a Mission Impossible to shit, girl. All I gotta do is just, a thief would love that. They would love that, girl, because now you're making the job easier for them. But it just stated there, a door or a window. So because I, quote, made it easier for the robber or the assaulting person, assaulter, or whatever, if that's a real word, being assaulted, all these things, end quote, I made it because I made it easier for them for not locking my door. Now I can't press charges, girl. What the fuck? So if they come through a window and the window open, girl, they wasn't breaking and entering, they wasn't trespassing, girl. They said it's not the girl. I'm getting ooh. The police officer, the mixed police officer said it's not illegal because the door was unlocked, but we really know what it means. It was not illegal because he was white, girl. Thank you, Angela. Assailant. Thank you. And this is what I'm talking. That's why I tell black people, girl, at this point, I'm getting back to what my ancestors knew, girl. I'm getting back to what had the motherfuckers throw my ancestors over the fucking ship. I'm talking about shit that had ancestors had shit on their faces, girl, because we had power. We forgot about this power, girl. How many times this year, and I feel like it's going to continue, girl, that white people have entered into black spaces and has caused disruption, destruction, okay? All type of bullshit. Again, the individual who drove to, I think it was Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, Buffalo, New York. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who premeditated everything that he was going to do. And all those black lives being snuffed out, and he gets treated to a Happy Meal. That one white guy that was going into black spaces again in New York, girl. I don't know if I need to visit New York, girl. I might stay my ass in Detroit with the niggas at this point, girl. Who was walking around a black neighborhood in New York, literally stabbing people with needles, injecting them with God knows what. And once we commenced to whooping that ass, now all of a sudden the police come to protect him, the one who started this shit. That I wake up every day sometimes and I'll be like, Lord, I am on earth. And I don't be trying to judge, girl, but I'm just being honest, girl. I'm being egoic right now. Just let my ego out, girl. I'd be like, I am really on planet Earth with some idiots. I am really on planet Earth with some delusional ass people who are so delusional that they're willing to fuck it up for everybody else because they don't want to be accountable. And that's why my prayer is, Lord, make every hoe accountable on their own shit. Which is why I'm getting myself together, because accountability and karma coming for every motherfucking body. But the hoes that's really playing hard, the hoes that really don't want to let go of shit, the hoes that really want to hold on to this bullshit, oh, they gonna get dealt with first. Okay? I'm talking about dial one number, everybody motherfucking phone ring. I'm talking about everybody getting their ass whooped. I'm talking about Joe Jackson coming for everybody. Michael, Tito, Jermaine, Janet, bring your ass. Pebbles, bring your ass. And damn it, the wife, girl, come here. I might hit you a little bit too, and maybe hit myself. Everybody getting messed up. And this is the shit that happens every day. And that's why it's like, girl, if we don't care about our lives, that's why I'm saving my ego for white people. I'm saving my ego for white people because it's like, I'm tired of y'all bullshit. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all want to act like y'all dumb and y'all stupid. Okay, then, girl, we're going to show you what dumb and stupid looks like, because you're going to be the one looking dumb and you're the one that's going to be looking stupid. And because you look dumb and look stupid, you're going to do the next best thing. Like I said with Homelander, if you don't love and worship my ass, I'd rather you be afraid of me because that's just as good, girl. Okay then, girl, well, the universe is going to show you exactly what fear is. And bitch, I'm speaking from an egoic place, but I'm just saying, girl, like I said before plenty of times, girl, all these trap ass niggas, all these ganging ass niggas, all these niggas out here that's perpetuating the stereotype of doing all this shit. Why are you not doing anything for the culture? Girl, why is George Zimmerman still walking around, girl, signing Arizona cans and Skittle bags? Why is that other dude, something Ritter, I think his name, who shot and killed some black people and was congratulated as a hero, got old ass white motherfuckers buying him shots and beers and shit, girl? Why is he still walking around, girl? So street justice only applies to us niggas, girl. Street justice only happens when black people do it to black people, girl. Because if Mookie shot Ray Ray, girl, oh Ray Ray better be on the lookout. Because Mookie's partners is looking for him. And you fuck around, it'd be a boss ass, dope dealing ass nigga that got bands, nigga, that would drop a stack on your head or drop some stacks on your head, girl. Why is we not doing it for the culture, girl? Why y'all sit up here and rap and do all this shit, girl, about how you did this and did that, incriminating yourself, girl? Why not incriminate yourself for the culture, girl? Why don't y'all pull up to them motherfuckers with with a 4.5 with a beam on it, girl, and get them individuals, girl? And this is the scary part. Things are going to get worse because white people are afraid to acknowledge what is going on, and they're so delusional. Sometimes delusional people will lash out and destroy whatever they have to destroy as long as their delusion isn't destroyed. And that's how you gonna fuck up your own self. White people gonna fuck their own shit up. Black people ain't gotta do shit. Native Americans ain't gotta do shit. Asians ain't gotta do shit. Arabic people ain't gotta do shit. We ain't gotta do shit. Let them destroy themselves. The fact that they live in communities where they don't want black people at, the fact that they have things set away to where they can be excluded from all the other shit that everybody else has to go through. Don't you think there's a level of awareness there that they're trying to ignore, that they're trying to deny, which is why that's why they use their privilege in such a way, because that's their only trump card. Okay? Pun intended. Well, girl, the universe has a card that's going to trump your trump card. And I don't know how many more black bodies is going to have to be slain, how much black blood is going to seep into the earth until there's a retribution that happens, girl. And we ain't got to do shit. That's why I'm telling everybody to love themselves, girl. To love yourself. And loving yourself means being accountable. Loving yourself means being able to point out your ego on your own and to be able to control your ego on your own. Or if you don't control that shit and something happens, you're able to own and be accountable for what happens and move on with your goddamn life. If you don't want to do that, you will be forced to do that. Because the ignorance is the fear. Because change benefits everybody. But see, when you have such a low vibrating, egotistical, narcissistic, supremacist type of attitude, girl, it's hard for you to believe that everybody can be equal and you can still be happy because you've built a really big part of your identity on this false self. Well, guess what, bitch? It's coming down. Ready or not, here it comes. You can't hide, girl. It's going to find you and make you love yourself. And if that means through destruction, girl, then it's going to have to be through destruction. But like I said, my conversation is going to always be towards my black brothers and sisters. I use these stories as a conduit for us, because for black people, we ain't got to really talk about this shit. We experience this shit. This is unfortunately a part of the American dream when it comes to Black lives. And they can't be mad that we are finishing what it is that they forefathers started, girl. Don't blame us. Blame your forefathers for bringing us over. Blame them. Go cuss them out. Go piss on their graves because they the ones that started this shit. And now the descendants of the forefathers, they have to play their part now. Because what was last is slowly but surely becoming first, girl. And what was first is becoming last, girl. And the one thing about death and the one thing about life, girl, is that guess what? We all are going to experience it, bitch. There is nobody, how they said, the untouchables, girl. The untouchables in the physical realm, yes. But even that's changing. And that's why I'm telling my Black brothers and sisters, this is the time to come together. That's why I want to have conversations about Blackness. White people gonna keep doing what they're doing. They've been doing it for 500 plus years, girl. When they do something different, then I'll be shocked. When they do something different, then I'll be like, okay, then I'm not gonna sit up here and try to, no. Once they do something different, then they're gonna get my attention. Until then, the privileged ones getting cussed out. If it gets to that point, girl, if self-defense, the privileged one's gonna get fucked up. And if it comes down to that point, girl, some of these motherfuckers gonna get a candle lit on their ass. But hot foot oil and all that shit. And mirror boxes and all that shit. Girl, I want to read that quote one more time, girl. Oh, there's more clips. Oh, I'm sorry. There's more clips. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me read that quote one more time, girl. Yay. More trauma. Not feeling safe in my own home is nothing new to me now. Safety is actually the foreign feeling. So Black people can't even feel safe in their own shit, girl. I can't even be in my own house without some bullshit, girl. I'm not at no white establishment acting a fool. I'm not being disruptive, girl. I'm in my own home doing my own thing. And I can't even be safe in my own house. And then the public servants, the police, who are getting paid through tax dollars, they probably get paid some other way, girl, but supposed to be getting paid through the taxes, girl. Y'all are public servants, girl. You serve the public. But we see every day which public you are serving, girl. Because you had all those white cops, girl, and the white cops were outside making sure that the white man was okay. Meanwhile, you seeing the mixed cop to me to give me the bad news that obviously now I can't do something. So I gotta lock my door. So if he come back and I lock my door and the motherfucker come through then, I better not hear shit. Cause this time I'm not gonna get up off his damn neck. Because you done told me that, since I didn't lock my door, it's nothing serious. So once I lock my door and his ass comes back, girl, and does some shit, girl, okay, I'm not letting my foot off his goddamn neck. Then we gonna see what the fuck is going on. And like I said, woe to the individuals who see what's going on and choose to ignore it and choose to be oblivious and choose to, okay then, girl, when your time come for your shit, girl, and you be fucked up, don't be mad when the universe chooses not to acknowledge your pain, chooses not to acknowledge your fear, chooses not to acknowledge that shit. Let's listen to this other clip, y'all.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. My door was not open. I did not invite him in my apartment. No, but it was no ill intention. He was not trying
no ill intent. What?
He physically assaulted me. That is ill intent. You have no injuries. What do you mean I don't have injuries? Did you ask me if I had any? I told you hit me in my shoulder. You didn't tell us about any injuries. I just told you he hit me in my shoulder. My fucking shoulder hurts. Because I've been trying to press charges and you've been giving me grief. You haven't told me anything. Because I'm more. Now you're injured. Yeah, no ill intention.
Okay. You said not you're injured. Okay. And it's so funny to me how when the ambulance came, Didn't nobody come to the black man's defense? Didn't nobody ask him, are you okay? Are you all right? Are you good? Didn't nobody check him for injuries? Nothing. Nothing. They sent the mixed cop to come talk to him. You deal with him. It's enough we got called out here by a white man. We thought it was going to be that. We was going to bring your black ass along, your mixed ass along, just to say we have diversity. But now that we see what's going on, I guess we're glad you did come. I'm glad we didn't let your black ass come. Now go talk to him. And he just literally told this man, there's nothing you can do because the door wasn't locked and he didn't have ill intent. And the man came and attacked him. When he told, see, and it's the funny part. Derek told this mixed officer, nice try, but you still failed with your little pawn shit. He told him earlier when the police came up to the apartment to figure out what was going on. He told him that this man assaulted me. I was in here doing nothing. Nothing wrong. I was working on a project. He came in. I told him to leave. He assaulted me. So I defended myself. I got him out my apartment and I held his ass down until y'all came. And now y'all don't want to do y'all job, girl. And now and once I remind you again that I got attacked, now all of a sudden, oh, you got attacked. You have no injuries on you. This is what y'all teaching at the academy, girl. What are y'all teaching, girl? What are y'all teaching? These 6 months, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, in the academy, girl, what are y'all learning in the academy? Girl, girl, I can't, girl. Hoo-wee. Once the universe manifests and all the necessary components, because they coming together. Oh, trust me, they coming slowly but surely. I see it. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm just waiting for it to happen when it's time. I ain't rushing shit. I'm letting the universe take its time. I used to rush this shit. Now I'm going with the flow, girl. But when that shit comes, girl, the film projects that I have, the narratives that I'm finna put on this goddamn screen, I'm at the fuck around. I already know somebody got their own network, girl. I'm at to get in touch with a few more people. Because the shit that I'm going to come out with, girl, I don't know if YouTube going to play it. I don't know if Facebook going to play it. I don't know if Vimeo going to play it, girl. I don't even know if Tubi will be able to play it, girl. I'm going to have to find a website to where I can stream this shit, girl. Because I'm going to take certain narratives. I'm going to spin them on their head. I'm going to saturate them in blackness. I'm going to saturate it in queerness. I'm going to saturate it in the occult, girl. I'm going to saturate it in blood. I'm going to saturate all that shit. I'm going to get all you motherfuckers upset. And once you upset and you mad and your ego showing through, and that shell and that mask that you was wearing has been shattered, girl, then we can have real ass conversations, bitch. Because contrary to all the shit that you're going to see in my projects, girl, when I yell cut, every motherfucker that's been shot, stabbed, blown up, been eaten by a demon girl, been contorted into a demon girl, all type of gory ass Quentin Tarantino, Castlevania, dark ass, demonic ass shit has happened, girl. They going to get their ass up and they going to go and get something to eat. They going to go do something else, girl. They going to do like they do in Hollywood, girl. Hurry up and wait. But then when we have the real ass conversations of the George Floyds, the Tamir Rices, the Trayvon Martins, the Philando Castiles, and even all the way back to I think it's a film called A Birth of a Nation, not the remake, but the original one. It was so derogatory towards Black people. Like all of the factual shit that we have in history, you can go to the Jim Crow Museum, girl, where we literally have postcards, we have remnants, we have evidence of how shit was in the past, how open and overt racism was and the evil demonic shit that was done to Black people. But see, y'all want to get mad at the fictitious shit, but then when we talk about the real shit, y'all want to act like it's dumb. Girl, and I'm just here to warn you hoes. I'm just here to let you girls know the British are coming. The British are coming, aka girl, the ancestors are coming. The ancestors are coming because the hope and the dream of the slave has to manifest, and it's manifesting. Not knowing that blood, sweat, and tears are all vibrations of life, and that life has been spilt into this American soil, girl. You don't think the ground is going to cry out? You don't think those energies are going to reverberate out? There's a shift happening that a lot of motherfucking people ain't aware of, because to be honest, all this shit is greater than race, than homophobia, than xenophobia, classism, all these things. There's a bigger picture than this, but we got to acknowledge all parts of the picture so that when we step back, we can see everything clearly, and low-key step back and see what's actually behind the motherfucking picture, to be honest. But in order to do that, we have to have these difficult conversations. We have to talk about these things. And I'm so grateful to be born in a time to year. Guess what? It's very scary because it seems like everything is falling apart, girl. But usually change happens after things fall apart, girl. Nothing can, girl, change can't stay the same, girl. There has to be something different. And what is being torn down is supremacy, egotism, anything that is low vibrating, that is dense, and that is stagnant, and that does not reverberate with change, is going to be left behind, girl. And it's so sad because it don't have to be that way. But collectively, we're making it that way. That's why I tell people to love yourself first. I don't just be saying this shit because I be smoking weed and I sound like this nigga that's high. No, girl, I actually study to show thyself approves, girl. I actually utilize the supercomputer in my fucking hand, girl, that is connected to me and connected to us, because our phone is an extension of us, unfortunately. But I use it to educate myself. And yes, sometimes that education is scary. Yes, that education is jarring, is terrifying. It's the same thing, but girl, I gotta say different words to describe the same thing because it's just that fucking big. But once you work through the fear, is when you find your own individual unique power. And you can do it through any lens you want. You can work through the fear, through the ego, through jealousy, through jadedness, through bitterness. You can do it all you want to, girl. But the most productive way, in my opinion, is looking at it through the lens of love. And love can be tough too. Love ain't just soft. See, love knows the time and the place. Love knows when to be soft and when to apply pressure. Because sometimes when you love somebody, that love gonna hurt. And when you have privilege, you want to escape the pain. You want to escape the hurt. You want to escape what everybody else goes through, and you want to feel exempt. And that exemption has created this false narrative, this false bubble around you, girl. Well, guess the fuck what, girl? The universe coming through like a 3-year-old toddler, girl, to see all those bubbles, and all those bubbles is mine, mine, mine. And the 3-year-old toddler is making sure that it's going to pop every bubble. There's another quote here. What I'm gonna read this from the thing. Again, shout out to Breathe official page. I'm gonna put that back up there. The law might be written differently where the young man lives. Sadly. I'm gonna have to look it up and see if it is. Because I can understand it if the law is written differently. But now I guess that for thieves, hey, if you a thief in that state, and you breaking someone's house, officer, their door was open, it was unlocked. I didn't break in. Their window was open, officer. I got in. They can't press. So wow. So if you live in that state, that means if you don't lock your doors and windows, a thief can break your shit, girl. What if it's an inside job? Because sometimes home invasions be inside jobs. The motherfucker been in your house. What if it's somebody who leaving and don't lock the door back, and they come in and steal your shit and whoop your ass and shoot and kill you? Oh, I'm sorry. The family can't press charges, can't do nothing. Why? Because guess what? He didn't really technically break in because the door was unlocked. So if that's the case, we're gonna have to let thieves move here, girl. If you want to up your chances of a successful robbery, girl, go live there. Hey man. But anyway, it says this, girl. Black people are gaslit daily. It's a sad world we live in. There are two justice systems in the United States. One for privileged white people and another for everyone else. Could you imagine? And this is the thing, like we try to, and that's why that's why I say I love my black brothers and sisters, which is why we got to learn to treat each other better, because we treat white people better than we treat ourselves. We'll give white people the benefit of the doubt. 500 plus years in, we've still given them the doubt. We still have the conversation to where we try to practice empathy and allow them to participate in that practice of empathy to say, well, hey, guess what? If the shoe was on the other foot, but because they privileged, girl, they ain't got to wear that dirty, nasty ass knicker shoe, girl. Why? Why do I have to sit up here and practice empathy towards you? I'm privileged. I'm white and I'm hot. I'm white and I'm hot. So why do I have to sit here and worry about you? Why? But we can't practice that same empathy towards our brothers, though. That's okay. Anyway, could you imagine if a black man walked into someone's apartment in Murray Hill and assaulted a white woman? Would the police advise her to let it go? Would she be blamed? Or would the perpetrator be demonized? I'm disgusted. They finally cuffed him in the ambulance. I'm at the emergency room now, knee swollen and neck pain. Police are continuing to try to convince me to drop charges and advised me, okay, not to do a police report because the intruder's young, way too drunk, and had no ill intent. Girl, let me read that again. And black people understand that part, don't we? See, we black people, we've dealt with so much trauma, girl, that we can speak to each other telepathically, girl, through grunts and shit, girl. We can just look at each other and know. They finally cuffed him, the white man, the white drunk man, who father, again, looks like he owned toasted strudels and shit. Was able to walk in any apartment he wants to. My father owns this place. Walks into an apartment, girl. Attack somebody, get his ass whooped, and now he's saved. Okay, girl. They finally cuffed him in the ambulance, girl. Just probably to appease me. Why y'all cuffing him, girl? Why y'all cuffing him? If he ain't doing nothing wrong, why is he being cuffed? If he is the individual who was in the right this entire time, why is he being cuffed, girl? Do you not see the boot? Anyway, girl. I'm at the emergency room now, girl. They cuffed this motherfucker, took it to the ambulance. I can't even get an ambulance ride down to the hospital, bitch. I gotta drive, get an Uber myself down there. I'm here now, knee swollen and neck pain. Police are continuing to try to convince me to drop charges and advised me not to do a police report because the intruder is young, the intruder is way too drunk, and the intruder had no ill intention. But I kind of want to rewind it again. Could you imagine if a black man walked into someone's apartment on Murray Hill, I would say Murray Street, Murray Hill, and assaulted a white woman? Would the police advise her, the damsel in distress girl, to stop being so drunk? If Karen got assaulted, would they have advised Karen girl to let it go, Karen? Just let it go. Would Karen be blamed for the bullshit? Would Karen be told to sit her white Miley Cyrus booty No seasoning, hard, crunchy ass string bean casserole bringing ass girl down. Angela said, child, not Murray's Hill. I grew up a few streets over. Oh, you did? So how is the environment over there? Maybe you can give me a little bit of insight in that in reference to the neighborhood and the environment. But had that been Karen girl, would they had advised her to just let it go, Karen? Just stop being a Karen girl. Stop being annoying girl. Stop asking for the manager girl. Just deal with the bullshit. Or would the perpetrator be demonized? Or would the black man be labeled like he's always been labeled, girl, since the beginning of this whole slavery shit, girl, as the less than human, the third of a person, the thug, the perpetrator, girl, the assailant, girl? Would he be? Would that be him? We have to get rid of this flawed system of injustice that doesn't really address harm or public safety. Again, that is from Derek. And Joshua Turner said this, and that's why I used his quote for the thumbnail of this video. The things white people are given a pass for, our families have repassed for. So what white people get away with and give a pass does all that, right? They get a slap on the wrist. But if a black person would have done that, his family would have to, his mom, his dad, whoever the guardian was, would have to call up their cousin Keyshawn and buy $200 worth of food stamps from her, just so that they can get some party plates and some food and shit together to sell to bury their son who had their life taken from them. It would be a lot of macaroni and cheese, green beans, collard greens, fat back, with some of you southern motherfuckers, chitlins and shit, pig's feet, hog mogs. It will be all types of dark clothes wearing, sad singing, flower bringing individuals. See, he wouldn't be seen, he would have been viewed. He wouldn't be alive to tell the story, and that story would be snuffed out because it's one less black person to deal with, one less black individual to remind us of the demonic shit that we've done, that we're doing, and that we're planning on doing. One less individual to bring awareness to the fucked up injustices. And even the ones who do this, we've gotten to a place to where we know how to stop them. That's why I'm saying us as black people, we got to do something different too. One thing I learned is that whatever happens outside of you is a mirror of something inside of you. We can't sit up here and continue to do the same thing that we've been doing. No tea, no shade. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for our ancestors for what they've done. I'm thankful for the marching. I'm thankful for the peaceful protest. I'm thankful for all that stuff, girl. But we're no longer in the 60s or 70s. We are in 2022. There has to be something different. They're already prepared for what it is that we're going to do. They already know when someone black gets murdered by the police, when there is clearly racism in there, they're already preparing their speeches. They're already preparing their false ass apologies. They're already preparing how we're going to look into it, and we're going to look into the police system and our own stuff. They already got the barricades set. They already got the SWAT team in order. They already got the rubber bullets. They already got the gas. They already got all these things, girl. And they already got the white people who are going to be planted into the situation to turn this, quote, peaceful protest, end quote, into a riot and then blame black people. Girl, I'm trying to realize when we going to stop, when we going to realize our participation in this. When are we going to stop doing the perpetual cycle of getting upset, hashtag, protest, march, and go back until it happens again? And on top of that, There's nobody exempt. I could be a hashtag. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, bitch, if I become a hashtag, I'm giving y'all permission, girl, to go to the goddamn voodoo shop, girl. But I'm giving y'all permission to do what y'all need to do, bitch. Y'all bet. If something was to happen to me, because I'm not exempt, girl, because usually people who talk like me, girl, end up in some bullshit for the truth, girl, because the truth set hoes free, and some hoes ain't ready to be free, girl. But if something was to happen to me, y'all better not march for shit. Y'all better not goddamn protest for shit. Y'all better be at y'all damn house. Get y'all 3, 4, 5 black candles, bitch. Get some hot foot oil, girl. Print out a picture of me, girl. Wait for the full moon to release shit, girl. And I want y'all to get a Discord up, girl, because where 2 or 3 are gathered together, girl, I want y'all to motherfucking send it on up. Send it on down, down, down. Send your anointing, bitch. Send it on down. Girl, I want y'all to that's right. I want y'all to collectively come together, girl, and petition, girl. Talk to Olun, Okun, Oshun, bitch, Yimmy Ya, get everybody. And I want y'all for 3 days straight, girl, with them black candles, girl. Just take 5 minutes and meditate and say, girl, bring justice, allow karma to reign, allow karma, girl. Y'all better use y'all African shit, girl. Because we gonna change the narrative on this shit. I am a black man in America, and I am not sitting here confused about that. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, I don't have a rap sheet. That might change, girl. I hope it don't. I am out here poisoning my own community. I'm not out here being a terror and an agent of chaos in my own community. I am educated and I'm growing in knowledge every day. But all that doesn't exempt me, because when people look at me, they see the color of my skin and the ignorant stereotypes that come along with it, girl. But maybe we need to play the stereotype game, girl. Maybe we need to. I know they say you don't put out fire with fire, girl. But guess what, bitch? According to math, girl, a negative times a negative is what? Sometimes you got to give a bitch a taste of their own motherfucking medicine, girl, for hoes to wake up to this shit. And the thing about it, girls, that I'd rather y'all get y'all wake up call, girl, through defense. I'm not telling motherfuckers to go out and do shit. Because if I did, girl, that makes me no better than y'all as far as the supremacist. Because you want power, girl. But we gonna change this narrative, girl, because you ain't gonna just keep doing this shit, girl, and ain't nothing gonna happen. And white people at large is ready, girl. That helter-skelter shit, whatever that shit called, this was called helter-skelter, girl. This race war, girl, they're waiting on that. They're excited for it, girl. They dicks get hard, pussy get wet, girl. They teaching their little kids, little Brittany, little Jacob, bitch, little Kenny, little Susan, girl, taking their ass out into their acreage, they fucking acreage and land and shit, and teaching these girls how to be little orphan Annie, little Annie Oakley, girl, and teaching their kids how to do some shit like drive to Buffalo, New York, over 200 miles, girl, with a semi-automatic, girl, and motherfucking set everything up, shoot up a supermarket full of black people, girl, have the Twitch stream show his murder shit, girl, and tell them that, girl, if you do this, guess what? You get a Happy Meal. Okay, girl, that ain't gonna be all that he get, girl. Gonna fuck around, girl, light a candle and have a motherfucking big dick ass ancestral demon, girl, come lay this nigga on the bed, girl, and slide all type of African ass cock, bitch, all up through this nigga shit, and touching that nigga dangling thing in the back of his throat through his ass. Oh, girl, y'all, girl, God willing, girl. Because the shit I talk about, girl, oh, I know people are listening, girl. I know they are. I know they are, girl. This type of conversation they don't want, girl. They want to keep this under wraps, girl. But that's the thing about it. The more that you take out messengers, girl, the stronger the message gets. And the problem is that y'all fucked out ass, egotistical ass people, girl. Y'all are the only ones blind to the fact that the truth includes you too, girl. But see, you want to be the only person included. That's the thing. Don't worry, y'all not the only ones that's gonna get y'all ass kicked by the universe, girl. We all getting our ass kicked, girl. 2020 came through and showed us what the fuck that was like, girl. Shut everybody ass down. Fucked everybody up, bitch. But that's why I said, look, black people, I want to have more conversations about blackness. What can we do as black people to get our people together? And I know we can't get everybody together, that's fine, but I'm talking to the individuals that want to get together. I'm talking to the individuals that have the mindset, that are open enough, that are not reprobated, individuals who are willing, even if you don't agree with certain things, even if there's certain things that you're looking at sideways, girl, let's be honest, let's talk about it so that we can move forward through this. Excuse me. Because what's happening is reminding us that we are all human. And if that takes destruction for us to realize we're human, so be it. And the crazy part is that subconsciously, whether we are aware of it or not, we are helping to manifest this. When black people see black bodies being murdered and stuff, there is an energy transference there. They want us to be angry. They want us to be angry. They want us to be mad. They want us to continue in this pain to the point to where now we are taking this pain and we're projecting it onto each other, to where we have also played a part in the destruction of the black community. And I ain't talking about through homosexuality like a lot of people assume it is, girl. No, I'm talking about the actual factual thing of our black brothers and our black sisters slaying each other in the streets senselessly over the dumbest shit. And how the white community is paying, giving people, our brothers and sisters, money to perpetuate this stereotype, this violent, life-destroying, life-taking narrative. Pay them to perpetuate that. Then we end up living that. And then when they die, these white companies end up collecting the insurance policies on these lives that none of the family members of these people who actually died get to see. And it's a continual machine that happens. We are playing a part in this. That's why I want us to focus on us. Yes, we could talk about white people, girl, drag their ass. Of course, girl, we gonna find a way to let this egoic energy out, which is why I'd rather we get on live and drag these motherfuckers for filth. But once we got this shit out, okay, now what do we do? Because white people are already having the conversation of what they're doing and what they gonna do. So much to the point to where other white people understand that there is a white law and a white code that even white people don't cross. You don't acknowledge you being white. And if you don't acknowledge your whiteness in the way that we acknowledge everybody else, we're exempt. Which is why even little white kids, there's a book called Growing Up White, where this I forgot what she had. She's an author, but she also has some other credentials and titles underneath her belt. But she did a social experiment where she were able to get white people who were willing to, to acknowledge their privilege, to give accounts of learning how to be white when they were younger. And there are many accounts where these white individuals have said, yes, I remember growing up as a young child, my parents would drive me to a certain part of a town or a city, girl, the slums of it, and just say, oh, don't associate with these people. You don't want to be around these people. I remember one time when I was younger with my dad, we was at McDonald's one time, and this white guy came in with his white son, and I think I was maybe 5 or 6, and he had to be around the same age, and he looked at me, and he said, look, Dad, a brown person. See, it's okay. You know, it's not, in the words of Whitney Houston, it's not right. It's not right, but it's okay. It's not right, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Hey, what's going on, Spicy? Hey, to everybody who's still here. It's not right, but it's okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby. A change is coming, girl. Change is come. Okay? A change is come. And y'all can remain oblivious to the change if you want to, girl. Not everybody has to. But for those who are open and aware, like I said, as far as my black brothers and sisters, girl, at this point, it's just us. Now that can change. Because as people awaken and have ego deaths, girl, then that's when they become the family of human beings. Because at the end of the day, we are really one big family under the guise of human beings. But human beings don't know how to work their shit out. So there has to be a elitist type of attitude. There has to be a separation and all that stuff, girl. But death coming for everybody, girl. How many motherfucking mummies and shit been wrapped up and placed in their sarcophagus and placing their tombs and shit, girl, and thought they was gonna take all that shit, girl. That shit's still sitting there, girl. Money can't go with you, bitch. A lot of these motherfuckers have this power, girl, and be miserable as fuck, which is why they have to make other people miserable, girl. Because if I can make you miserable and learn how to get my rocks off to your misery, girl, I don't have to acknowledge my misery, girl. But guess what? The mirror is being placed on you, girl. What did Michael Jackson say, bitch? I'm going to make a change for once in my life, girl. It's supposed to feel real good. Going to make a difference, going to make it right, girl. But we're going to have to motherfucking throw Thriller on the remix, girl, because some of you hoes obviously want hell. Some of you hoes obviously want the devil. Some of you hoes obviously want the torture and the torment, girl. So if you want your torturer to be your remedy, bitch, then by all means, girl, go right ahead and do it, girl. But some of us don't have to go through that, girl. So again, the conversation I want to have going forward when it comes to blackness, girl, we can talk about white shit, but what are we going to do? And what can you do in your everyday life to help bring awareness? I implore you, and I should I say I petition to you. I petition to you, keep checking these Karens. Baby, the day a Karen check me, girl, is the day my ass go viral, girl, on world. Because, bitch, I'm going to let that hoe know I'm reading that bitch. Do you understand me? I'm letting her ass have it, girl. I'm going to let my feminine energy in me, girl, take full control. I'm going to get that bitch neck snapping and popping and all that shit, girl. I'm going to let this mouth become a goddamn power bottom, bitch, and I'm going to let all this shit out on this bitch. And if she put her hands on me, God be with her, girl, because she touched me first. But it's a new day. It don't have to, see, that's the thing. It don't have to be this way. It don't have to be this way. If people can be willing to have real, genuine, honest conversations about shit, move past their ego, move past their privilege, and show up open-minded and have empathy for once in their life, girl, there can be a different alternative. But if death and destruction and bloodshed is what you want, girl, don't be mad when the universe gives it to you, girl, because the universe is gonna give it to your ass more than you ever could have thought of, and it's gonna be so overwhelming, girl. Too bad, oh so sad, girl. Not really sad because your ass asked for this, and that's true. Hurt people hurt people. Well, guess what? It's time out for hurt people hurting people. It's time out for people who know who they are, girl. Once they start projecting that shit on you, to be able to stand in your power and your truth and check a bitch for doing that. You don't get to project your shit onto me. You don't get to project your fear, your ignorance, and your shit onto me just because you feel privileged, girl. Because I can show you right now how unprivileged you are, girl. You get cussed the fuck out, girl. Privilege didn't save you from that, girl. You overstep your boundary from verbal to physical, girl. You get this motherfucking two-piece and motherfucking get your leg snapped because I'm a short leprechaun midget and I don't fight fair, girl. I fight to destroy, not to incapacitate, girl. I fight to end shit, girl. Think you gonna know, girl. When you sitting there crying, white privilege activate, girl, at least in those moments before the cops come, girl, you're going to realize how much privilege you didn't have, girl. Because I'm tired of this shit. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy, girl. And the one thing about these people who play crazy, girl, you crazy until another motherfucker who just crazier than you, girl, comes up. What did Cat Williams say, girl? It's like motherfuckers driving a Chrysler 300 because it looked like a Phantom until a real Phantom pull up. It is a mental illness. It's a mental illness. And all these mental illnesses, everything to me, in my opinion, always stems from the fact that we feel like we're less than. We feel like we're less than. We feel like we are not enough. And instead of feeling like we're enough or learning how to feel like we're not enough, we end up hurting other people and relishing in their pain because at least that gives me something to step up on. But like I said, we as human beings, we have, just like these individuals have a choice to believe in racism and to strengthen their mental illness, there are people in the world to where it's like, bitch, don't project that shit onto me. I can't, according to this post we just talked about that sparked this live, I can't even be in my own home. The one place where I should feel completely safe. The one place where I have complete solace. My humble abode, where I should be able to show up as who I am 100%. I can't even do that. Without white people. See, and that's the thing too. Girl, white people, y'all have, see, when you have so much privilege, girl, you can do whatever you want, girl. You start being nosy. What you do? What are you niggas doing? Like Paul Mooney said, shout out to the great Paul Mooney. Rest in power. What are you niggas doing? What's going on? Y'all have so much privilege, girl, to where y'all literally be at. Okay, girl, pull up to the right house. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, that white dude should be glad because, like I said, Derek Ingram, or yeah, I think his name Derek Ingram. Look again, Derek. Hold on. Yep. Derek Ingram. This nigga jacked. He got muscles now. He got the muscles. So he can fight. And all the shit he said, nigga, he motherfucking went apeshit on this motherfucker, bitch. Hell yeah. He just said his fear turned into anger. How many white people have the privilege to feel fearful when they're angry, girl? The cops, for example. I was fearful for my life. Girl, you go to the academy, girl. You're supposed to be taught how to deal with high pressure situations, girl. They're supposed to be able to help you do. You're the one who's the public servant. You, above anybody else, should know how to diffuse a situation. But the fact that when blackness is involved, there's always that underlying keep your hand on the gun. Because there is already a perpetual stereotype that is happening, and the police, especially the ignorant ones, help to enforce it. And then the ones who say, oh, well, I'm not racist and I'm not like this. Why are you not checking people, the police officers in your precinct? Why are you not weeding out police officers who make police look bad? Remember when they, I don't know if they did, when they tried to remove, or if they did remove, the chokehold from the maneuvers that police officers are able to use and ban that. Don't you know how many police officers resigned? That's this old ass chair making that noise. That ain't me. Hold on, y'all. You know how many police officers resigned from that? Like, and that be the thing. It'd be right there in the face. That really shows. Let's make everybody scared, girl, and then give them little quote unquote remedies that don't fix shit, girl, to help strengthen their bubble. So that when these situations happen, girl, that bust them, we can have an excuse to keep our bubble safe, girl. Okay then. All right. Like I said, y'all can do what y'all want. This is look, bitch, this is free will. You can do whatever you want, girl. But I also want you to understand, girl, I don't give a fuck who you are, how much money you have, what title you have, what position of power you have, girl. God, source, universe is no respecter of person. None. Don't give a fuck what your title is, girl. You could be king of all the kings on earth, girl. Universe says, girl, what's a god to a king, bitch? The fuck? Nobody is above the cosmic laws, girl, the universe, girl. And the universe is you reap what you sow. And white people, white privilege has been sowing the same shit for 500 plus years. Maybe the reason why karma seems to quote unquote be taking so long, girl, is because once again, karma, God, source, universe, these higher frequencies, girl, their thoughts are not our thoughts, girl. And they don't work on our time, girl. They work on divine timing, which is why when divine timing strike, girl, first of all, you know it's God. And secondly, you ain't got to do shit but look. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't think after 500 plus years of oppression that black people came through, you don't think that black people are not going to have a front row seat of some of this goddamn destruction, girl? And the crazy part is that black people ain't got to do nothing outside of us. All we did was just fix our own shit. To the point that when karma hit, girl, and we get those front row comped seats, girl, we gonna be like Brenda in Scary Movie, girl. We gonna have the camera, girl, to record that shit just in case I want to watch the shit back on the way out, girl. I'm gonna come through with my chicken and hot sauce and all that type of shit, girl. I'm gonna be yelling and screaming and talking because you know black people like talking to the screen, girl. It's gonna be a bunch of loud niggas in the front row, girl, acting a damn fool, girl, and looking back and wishing you would say something about it, girl. That's why I tell y'all the trick is loving yourself. Even white people who understood their privilege and used their privilege to help people, i.e., the Underground Railroad, girl. It wasn't just black people, girl. It was white people too, who also practiced empathy, who understood the spiritual aspect and said, bitch, I don't want none parts of this. I'm gonna break the generational curse, girl. I don't want my fourth, my generation after me, girl, to have to deal with the karmic bullshit that these motherfuckers doing, girl, because they fucked up in their own shit, girl, and put their lives on the line. So you can't sit up here and say that there's no such thing as white privilege, girl, when white people can understand white privilege, girl. It's okay, girl. You once was blind, but now you gonna motherfucking see, girl. And you're afraid that what you're gonna see is all gonna be pointed back to you. Like I said, your forefathers started this, girl. You can't be mad at what your forefathers started, girl. Blame them. Don't blame us, bitch. Blame them. They're the ones that failed, girl, because black people escaping slavery was not part of the plan, girl. And that's the one thing. I don't know if it's a sick, twisted ass social experiments on black people, girl, for white people to understand, girl, how do black people and people of color, but we're talking about black people right now, how do black people survive, girl, after all this shit we've done to them, after all this mental, emotional, and spiritual demonic witchcraft we done placed on them and perverse their own shit, girl. How are they still alive? How are they still surviving? How are they making $1 out of goddamn 5 cents, girl? How are they anti-fee and taking some goddamn shit from Dollar Tree, bitch? Some ramen noodles, some fake ass shrimp, girl, some fake ass chicken and french fries, and stretching this shit out into a goddamn full course meal for 5 days, girl, and still be alive. How is it they still get diabetes and all this horrible shit, girl, and they still alive even though their leg cut off? How they still here, girl? Because black people are spiritual people. We come from the earth. Once again, I can go out in the sun for a long time and the sun love me. Can Becky do that? Can these Miley Cyrus assless women do that? Can these flat booty iron board wall ass bitches, girl, looking like something from the Natal Noonan girl, looking like a fucking preemie baby girl with a little bone, a little ass scoop round. Shout out to Alexis K. Tyler. I love her. I sound like her. I love her. But bitch ain't got no ass, girl, looking like bitch. You need some Pedialyte, and he needs some milk. Girl. Black people, love yourself. Love yourself. And we need to love each other. But the only way we can love each other is by loving ourselves first. We have to love ourselves first. We have to deal with our shit first. And I'm so grateful and I'm so excited that there are so many conversations that are being had on YouTube that deal with the intersections, the difficult, confusing intersections, as confusing as they can be, girl, and they might be, to have those conversations. I'm so grateful that black people are talking to other black people about blackness. We already know what white supremacy has done, and they're not changing their tune, girl. God, source, universe, karma, and the ancestors, girl, is going to have to come in this bitch, girl, and do that. And sometimes, girl, you can't, look, the universe is going to have to deal with certain hoes. Because the universe going to hit holes where it really hurt, girl. See, they can give us this illusion that they're secure in who they are, and we're powerful, and we're all this stuff. Meanwhile, on the inside, these hoes is 2-3-year-old kids still terrified from what daddy did. Daddy ain't loved them. Mommy ain't loved them. They taught them all this hateful shit, girl. Just all this shit that's been projected onto their young asses, girl. And they ain't grew up in their own families, fucked up generational curses, girl. And money and power and privilege shields me from your opinions, shields me from thoughts, shields me from being critiqued, shields me from accountability, girl. Okay, all right, girl. I'm telling you, girl, I cannot wait to where my films come. Because like I said, girl, I got filmmakers following me, girl. I got filmmakers watching my stories, girl. And that's how I know the universe working, girl. That's why I work smarter, not harder, girl. When you love yourself and you awaken to shit and you realize that everything is working for your good, girl, the work becomes easier. It doesn't become harder. It becomes easier, girl. And you work smarter, bitch. That's what I'm doing. I'm working smarter, girl. Once my projects come, girl, bitch. When I jump on this live and tell y'all, did y'all get y'all black candles yet? Y'all better make sure, girl. Because like I said, girl, I make these projects, girl. They gonna try to take a nigga out. I just can feel it. The level of truth and awareness that I'm bringing, girl. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't do this. You don't do this, girl. But like I said, y'all keep denying the message. And what y'all do out of your ignorance, because you're blinded by it, girl, you actually strengthen the message to where you actually help it to manifest more. So the more black bodies you kill, the more black blood that's being spilled on these concretes, on the asphalt, on on the ground, girl. All the motherfucking salty tears with enzymes in them, girl, that fall from the eyes of black mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and cousins and nieces and nephews and grandma and granddad and family members and friends and associates and all this other shit, girl, fall to the ground, girl. You don't goddamn think that some spiritual reverberation, or that's even a real word, girl, is going to reverberate out? You don't think that there's going to be some sort of energy and frequency vibrating at that point, girl? Girl, and white privilege should be a lesson to everybody on what it's like when you allow your ego to take full, complete control, to where you are willing to become an agent of chaos Like I said with Homelander, girl, I would prefer to be loved, girl. But if love ain't it, girl, fear is the next best thing, and I'm okay with that. And that's why I can't wait till the end season of The Boys, because I want to see what the fuck happened to goddamn Homelander. And I feel like I already know what's going to happen, girl. His powers is going to be taken away from him. That's what I feel like. I ain't trying to spoil the girl. I don't know. But after that Chinese girl that got hit with that ray and her powers was gone, girl, I feel like that's what's going to happen to Homelander. And that is going to be the ultimate thing, girl. Death would be too easy for this hoe. No, let this hoe live out the rest of his days in obscurity. The fucking mass grave that Homelander ass dug for everybody else, girl, he gonna be in that motherfucker and he gonna have to find his own way out of that shit. Because the worst thing you can do is take away somebody's power and let them live without it. And that's exactly what white people have done to us. Better yet, they ain't do it to us. We're under the false information. We're under the illusion that they have taken our power, girl. Because once again, who moves the culture? And I'm factually speaking, girl. I done seen motherfuckers in Japan now pop locking and dropping in this shit. We're going to have a funky good time. I mean, getting down with it. Girl, when all these white people have parties and shit and raves and all that stuff, yeah, they playing some of that white pop shit, girl. But you know they throwing some nigga shit in there too. Because like Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga but don't want to be a nigga. Everybody wants to embrace the spiritual aspect and the fruits and the manifestations that come with being black, girl, but don't want to deal with the heartache and the bullshit and the foolishness and the fuckery that comes with black, girl. You want to be able to put blackness on and take it off. Just like police officers have the choice to put on the police officer uniform and take it off. I can't take this black skin off. A police officer has the choice to put on the badge. It's a choice for you. It ain't a choice for me. But it's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's all right. Because like I said, girl, the last shall be first. And the first shall be last, girl. And that's y'all God speaking. That's the white God speaking. That's white Jesus speaking, girl. The one y'all love. That's him. He's speaking that, girl. So if white Christ said this, girl, it must be right. Ain't that funny that white Christ is contradicting you bitches, girl? The one thing a lot of these white evangelical motherfuckers, supremacist, superiority type motherfuckers, girl, how did this one man come in the book, girl, and completely just rewrite the whole shit, girl, and shit on all you hoes, girl, right then and there, which is why y'all skip past this shit. Okay, girl. Black people, I love you. We got a lot of work to do. I'm thankful and grateful for our ancestors and what they have done. But the work ain't over with. They started it and we have to finish it. And we are afraid of finishing it. I don't know if it's because we don't know where to start. I don't know if it's because we just too motherfucking tired. I'm motherfucking tired. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what it is. But we going to have to figure that out. Because at any moment, any single one of us, whether you listening to me in real time, whether you listen to me in the future, girl, don't matter, girl. Every single one of us can end up as a hashtag. Like I said, you got motherfuckers walking into people's houses now. You got white people walking into predominantly black spaces and becoming terrorists and being patted on the back, given a slap on the wrist in public, but patted on the back in private for what they have done to incite black people to, I guess, make the first move, girl. They want us to attack first. They want us to get tired first and do all that shit so that now they'll have every right. See, I told y'all they was less than. I told y'all they was animals, girl. Okay, girl. But what you didn't understand, girl, is that this animal is connected to Mother Nature, girl. And Mother Nature told me to tell you that she is here for her shit. Because, girl, we live on Mother Nature's back, girl. And Mother Nature gonna take care of her first and her children first, girl. And I'm telling you, Mother Nature finna come in this motherfucker, bitch. Like a motherfucking black mom of a single black mom of 4 kids, girl, who had enough of the bullshit and then told her kids to clean the house up before she got home. And when she got in, girl, she saw the dirty floor, girl. She ain't even had to look inside of the sink, girl, because she knew that the kids ain't do shit. So now I'm at to whoop everybody ass. Everybody getting their ass whooped, girl. Joe Jackson ain't got shit. Joe Jackson ain't got shit on karma, on Mother Nature, on Mother Earth, on God. So it's, okay, girl, sin is worth believing, girl. And that's okay, girl. That's why we gonna be like Michael Jackson and Thriller, girl. Everybody else screaming, girl. We sitting there smiling with popcorn, girl. Oh, girl, look, girl, you see him, girl? Damn. Talking and everything. You damn right, girl. It's guess what, bitch? It's close to midnight, girl, where the niggas come out. And something evil's lurking in the dark, girl. Girl, okay. I'm telling you, bitch, I'm girl. I'm waiting for the right one, girl. I'm waiting for official Breathe post, official page to release a post of some shit that sound like this, girl. White man, or do a follow-up, girl. The white man that walked inside the black man's shit, girl, is admitted to an insane asylum, girl, because it was a bunch of African slaves slapping they damn ancestral dick across this nigga's face and his mama face and shit all night long, girl. And people think you crazy. Damn right, girl. Fuck around, bitch. Okay, girl. You got me now, girl. But when you close your eyes, bitch, once it's time for your ass to hit the etheric realm, girl, when it's time for your ass to astral project, because we all, whether we know it or not, astral project when we sleep, girl. We enter into the spiritual realm. That's why we have dreams, girl. There's some motherfuckers that know how to lucid dream, girl. Oh, girl, you done gave me an idea for a script, bitch. Oh, girl. Bitch. Oh, you may have one on the physical, girl, but when it comes to the spiritual, you know, the one thing that created this physical thing, the one thing that truly exists, girl, and gives this physical experience, girl. Okay, then, girl, I'll see you in your dreams, bitch. How about that? You got me now, girl. You got your privilege works now, girl. But let me show you where your privilege don't work at. Let me show you where your privilege has no power, girl. Let me show you that. Mm-hmm. Let's get some insidious shit going on, girl. Let's get some of the conjuring shit going on, girl. Annabelle. Girl, where that motherfucking demon at, girl? That's stealing little kids, girl. I got a little white kid, girl. Y'all just stay tuned to BubzDaGawd, girl. But anyway, y'all, I'm done. Like I said, this was an egoic rant. So whatever other comments come through, girl, it is what it is, bitch. I said what I said. Okay. And what I'm saying is that I'm calling bullshit flag on the play, girl. I'm gay. I don't even know fucking football like that. But girl, foul. Girl, some foul shit going on, girl. But that's why I say, black people, get back to your roots. Get back to your heritage, girl. They have taught you that your heritage, as far as spirituality and magic and voodoo and hoodoo and all this other type of shit, girl, they have done a number, girl, of sitting here and making black people scared of something that their ancestors did while they low-key worked that shit behind the scenes to keep us trapped. Girl, okay, girl. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Study to show thyself approved, girl. Do your research. Challenge motherfuckers, girl. Even your own people, challenge them. And let's continue these conversations, girl, because you as individuals help to make up the community, that help to make up the public, that help to make up the population, girl. That's why before any change can happen, or the change that you want to see happen, girl, you have to be the first one, girl, to see that world. and then connect with other people who see that world, girl. And when you do it in love, girl, love is the only thing that lasts. That's why love is always standing. Even though hate might win right now, even though anger might win right now, even though bitterness might win right now, being jaded wins right now, supremacy wins right now, egotism wins right now, girl. Keyword now. There's some other nows that are coming, girl, and it's not going to support that. It supports you, but it doesn't support the thoughts that you think as far as the negative thoughts, girl. And if you want to hold on to that, that's fine, girl. The universe got hoes dropping like flies every day, girl. Gone. Anyway, I'm out. Thank y'all for rocking with me, y'all. I'm about to take some more of this damn Benadryl, bitch, and chill out because, like I said, my allergies got me feeling some type of way. But it is what it is. Thank you to everybody who came through. Make sure y'all like the video. Please share the video. Comment on the video. Please, let's help to try to get this video circulating because, and also don't forget to subscribe or follow Official Breathe. Let me go back on here again. Breathe official page, okay? Make sure y'all go ahead and follow them on Instagram. Make sure y'all share the story on your stories. Get the news out, get the message out. And like I said, it's time for Black people to come through. They want us to it's like a message on Instagram. I'm gonna check right now. They want us to go back to the 60s and 70s, girl. That's the time where they felt like, you know, they had true control over our freedom, girl. But look at how free we were becoming. If we going back, girl, let's go back, but let's do something different. Back during the 60s and especially the 70s, girl, we wasn't caring about racism. We wasn't really caring about homophobia, girl. We wasn't really caring about skin color, girl. Everybody had their afros. Everybody had their picks. Everybody had their fists. Everybody was meeting up. Everybody was being in community, girl. You was asking your neighbor for shit, and they was asking you for shit, girl. We had community gardens, girl. We had the Black Panther, girl, that was securing our neighborhood and making sure that those individuals who are caught by the police, not saying because they Black, they ain't do nothing, but at least making sure that these Black people survive the encounter and at least be tried in the justice system, girl, to give them a fighting chance, girl. Let's go back to that. But I feel like we can manifest that, but manifest a greater, more aware version of that. We got to look between the lines, girl. Read between the lines. But let me check a message right now, Roki. Hold on, let me see. What you say? Oh, yes. I'm gonna have to watch this. I might watch this next. I'm probably gonna make me something to eat, and then I'm gonna look at this because the one thing about these shows and everything, like I said with P Valley, and I like how these Black shows are getting more into spiritual and metaphysics and stuff. Like, I feel like there's an awakening in that. Like, Black people are walking away from organized religion, rightfully so, that was used against us to make us more docile, to make us more, I guess, easy to manipulate. Once again, religion offered us, hey, you get to heaven when you die. When you dead and gone, you can reap the rewards of everything, girl. But on earth, you're going to go through hell and shit. And what? No, girl. According to that book, didn't it say in that book that Christ came that we have life and life more abundantly, girl? Life. It didn't say after death. It said life right now, girl. So y'all get to live the abundant life while Black people slave away every day until they die, girl. And they not even dying at older age, girl. It seems like motherfuckers are dying at such younger age now. I remember when I used to get my hair cut at this barbershop around the corner from this church I used to go to for all of my life. There was a guy in there who works for the funeral homes, one of the funeral homes. And he was talking, I was listening to him, and he said, now with people, you don't even have to use that much embalming fluid because there's so much preservatives in the food that we eat to where we low-key already preserved, girl. Like, but anyway, I'm glad that we're doing spiritual metaphysical shit because we're getting back to that one thing. I want Black people to get back to their power. I understand people want to go inside the system and try to destroy the system from the inside out, girl, but the system that they have created is so tight in reference to what they're doing, girl. Even the individuals who go inside and try to do some shit, girl, a lot of times they taken out or they're thrown into obscurity to where nobody believes them, girl. The system has to fall. And if the system is reigning true in what it says it's reigning true in, then it has nothing to worry about, because the real things are going to remain, right? The things that you're saying that you want us to believe is going to stand, right? So all the evil things should fall away. But see, the evil things are very strong foundations or pillars of foundations in that. So they really can't be honest and truthful and really be accountable for real, because if the system is fully accountable, girl, the system is going to implode within itself. It has done very dark and demonic things as well. But see, they want to stop or prolong the accountability of what's being done in the dark, girl. They're trying to tell the light to hold up, girl. The light gonna come through, bitch. It is what it is, girl. The light is meant to shed things so that we can see things objectively and clearly, so that we can move forward, girl. It's just that some people are so caught up in their goddamn feelings and emotions, girl, that they don't want to move forward. But that's okay, girl. The universe coming through like a big bitch and telling you to move, bitch. Get out the way. If you don't want to move, girl, move out the fucking way. Don't stop other people from living their life, girl, because your ass is miserable, girl. Fuck all that, bitch. I have one life as BubzDaGawd, girl, and obviously the universe saw fit for me to be here, girl, which is why I'm here, girl. And you're not going to stop my experience of me living my best life because you feel like I shouldn't, based off of what the fuck your demonic ass, low vibrating little dick ass forefathers, girl. Little cock dick hide behind the balls, girl. The left nut bigger than the right one, bitch. All that shit. Because they said that. Okay, girl, I'm out. I'll see y'all next time. Black people, I love you. White people, get y'all shit together. Okay? And let's get to being human beings. Because we're going to get to that point. Whether we want to or not, we're going to get to that point. Whether we agree to or not, girl, it's going to happen. Now, you can do this the easy way, or you can do it the hard way, girl. And I think I already know y'all answer, girl, because y'all been doing it for 500 plus years, girl. Well, I want you to understand that karma is saying, bitch, you hoes have so much back tax to pay. Also, the payment of, of suffering. Girl. One love, y'all. Peace.